Welcome back to the channel, gang. Today is a very special day. So today when this video is coming out, it is April 11th. My birthday was 2 days ago, and though I technically got this set for a Christmas present for myself, I didn't have time to build it at Christmas time, so I decided to save it back and build it for my birthday. So this is kind of like birthday / Christmas present, which I feel like is a really good present for both. This is, if you cannot tell, or if you do not know Lego, this is another Lego house set. So I have the big tribute minifigure, which is Big Red Beard. This is the Lego duck. So, a little bit of history is probably going to be in the instruction booklet and on the back and all that, but basically Lego started out as a wood company for like making wooden toys, and the most famous wooden toy for the company was the wooden duck. This is a Lego version of the wooden duck, and it's supposed to actually work. You can pull the string and the wheels will turn and the mouth will move, so it's going to be so cool. Very excited for this. This is of course the first one of the limited editions for the Lego House Home of the Brick. It's a 10+ set. It's a set 40501, and it is called the Wooden Duck. For some reason, these sets don't tell you how many pieces are in here, so might have to like look in the instruction booklet, count up all the pieces, see how many pieces there are, if I feel like it and if I have time. But this is a signed copy from the designer. It also has this little saying over here. It says, "Do I have legs under here? You'll have to build me to find out." That's pretty cool. I did not go to Lego House to get this. I hope to go to Lego House someday. That would be so amazing because I want to go down and see the vault and see all the old Lego sets. That's my favorite thing to do, is look at old Lego sets. So I want to go see the old Lego sets in the vault at some point. But my Bricks and Minifigs had 2 of these. This one had the little saying on it. The other one just had it signed. So I got this one. Here's some pictures on the back showing the wooden one, Kirkenstein working on the wooden one, and next to the Lego version. I'll show you a little closer in a second, but there's also a little write-up here that tells you a little bit about the duck. It says, more than 100 years ago, 24-year-old master carpenter Ole Kirk Kirkenstein buys a wood workshop in a tiny town of Bolland, Denmark. The design, carving, sanding, and painting of each toy is done to perfection because Ole Kirk is convinced that children deserve toys of high quality. Made of the finest materials, in 1935 the wooden duck is first produced and has since then become a symbol of Ole Kirk's and the Lego Group's motto, "Only the best is good enough." There's also a picture of the wooden duck here on the bottom and some duck facts on the side. It says the wooden duck went on the drawing board in 1935 and was produced until 1960. The duck was designed by the Lego founder, and this exclusive Lego duck set is loyal to the original wooden duck and has a moving beak which opens and closes when the duck is pulled back and forth. So here's a little closer look at the front of the box. They have Home of the Brick on the side. Nothing really on the top besides the actual size of the eyeball. A picture of the actual wooden duck on the side there. And then flip it over. We have a photo here of him making the wooden duck. Here's a side-by-side of the wooden duck with the Lego duck. There's a picture of the Lego duck can be removed from its base, and then showing that when you pull the string, the mouth will open and close, and then a little write-up. There are 6 bags, and then a bag of like the bigger plates and parts that are not in a numbered bag. So there's that. I also see the rope piece used to pull the duck in that bag. And they have bag 1, mainly all blue it looks like. Bag 2, getting a little colorful there. Bag 3 has a bunch of maroon and a couple other colorful pieces. Bag 4 is black, some blues, some yellows. Bag 5 is mainly all green, like real dark green. And then bag 8 is black and red. I'm assuming that is the base. That would look like kind of Or at least like the wheels, because those circular plates look like the wheels. Then we have front of the book, picture of the actual, looks like the front of the box. And the back is the same picture with the Lego duck and wooden duck next to each other. And here's a little write-up about the Lego house. Some write-up about the duck facts again, some pictures, some more pictures of the duck, and a picture of the history of Lego down in the Lego vault. And this is the tree of creativity that's in Lego house, the creativity lab, and the work explorer. And you go right into building. So bag 1's building the base, 2's starting on it, 3's getting the red on the bird. Then we got 4 with the head, 5 with finishing off the wings, and 6 with getting the base and the pulley and the wheels put on. I am so excited. Working in his father's workshop as a boy, Godfrey Kirk is laying the finishing touches on the consignment of wooden Lego ducks. This means applying the coat of varnish and finally bringing the boxes with the finished toy duck to the train station for dispatch. Back at the workshop, Godfrey proudly announces to his father that he has done something really clever and saved the company money. "How did you manage that?" asked old Kirk. "I gave the ducks 2 coats of varnish, not 3 as we usually do." Back comes his father's prompt response. "You will immediately fetch those ducks back, give them the last coat of varnish, peck them and return them to the station. You will do it on your own, even if it takes you all night." That taught me a lesson about quality. Godfrey Kirk continues to explain how he then carved out wooden signs with his father's motto, "Only the best is good enough," to hang on the walls of the workshop to remind himself and the rest of the employees never to compromise on the quality of Lego product. Throughout his life, Godfrey Kirk remembers his father's words, and to this day, only the best is good enough, because children deserve the best. It's done. It's so cute and amazing, and we figured it up. It is 623 pieces for this guy, but it is beautiful. It is so smooth. The only studs that are noticeable are the ones around the bottom of the plate, and it does actually work, which is so cool. It goes forward and backwards. I love it. So I'm going to bring you in a little closer to get a little bit of a look at it. And then I bought a case to put it in. So we're going to put it in a case so it'll stay nice and dust free. So first off, we have a nice black plate that is tiled off in the center, has the wooden duck Lego house printed. There were no stickers in this set. Printed tiles. And then, as I said, these are the only studs noticeable, are the ones around the base. Then we have this little raised platform here that has 2 jumpers on it. And it's black, so it's kind of hard to see. But it's all nicely tiled off. 2 little jumpers on the top of this that the duck in the very center fits perfectly onto. So you can have it on display so it's not rolling all over the place. Now, as for the duck, this is so much fun. I love the colors. It's so cool. As I said, it works. So you can either pull it forward or backwards, and it's actually kind of quack. That's so cool. Now you start off making the base, which is this dark blue, which dark blue on an instruction booklet does not work very well. Then we have the red and yellow black body, the green wings, the blue head, and the yellow beak that snaps back and forth, and red wheels. And then this is the longest string that is attached to a stud that I have seen. So it has a 1x1 stud with a rope attached to another 1x1 stud. It is very long, but. And then if you look under here for the mechanism that makes this work, because I was wondering how they would make this work. It is very neat. They did it on both of the wheels. So they put these Technic pieces that you could stick 2 bars into to make one side heavier than the other, so it'll stay like this when it is not being rolled. They did that on the front as well. When it is being rolled and that long part goes up to the top, it is hitting, and now you're going to have a hard time seeing it, but you see that green, yellow, green, those actually stick up and down. They are attached through a little bitty Technic rod there that goes up into the head to the beak for it to go up and down. So anytime this wheel goes up, it pushes that, making that go up and down like that. So neat. And then we have the printed eyes, forgot to mention that. But it is so smooth and clean that you barely notice that little detail right there of it going through there to make the head work. So nice and tiled off and beautiful. Big dishes, big pieces. It was a lot of fun to build. I'm loving this. This is like the dream Lego set. This one and the minifigure tribute. And now I have both of them. This is so awesome. You could do it really fast. Okay, I should probably not do it too much. It's probably not good for it to be smacking down that hard tile upon tile. But absolutely love this build. So much amazing detail is put into this duck. It looks very close to the original. That's amazing. So I think what we're going to do is put the duck on the plate and then maybe wrap this cord underneath here and pop it right there for now, and then I'm going to stick him in the case like that. It would be cool like is if I can make his beak stay open like that in the case. That would be awesome, but I don't know, with putting the case down and moving it, it already closed. I don't know if it's going to stay like that, but it'd be cool if I could get it to stay like that. So let's put it in its case. I'm so excited. So this is one of those cases that I get from Hobby Lobby, and this one is a football case, and I believe it should work. I looked up the dimensions of the duck, and this was the closest one they had to not being way too big. Oh, the silly sticker stuff on the front again. Come on. You'd think there'd be a better way to do this. How about you? Can I have you? Can I have you? Thank you, I can. Okay. Now the case, even though it's brand new, could use a little bit of a dusting. Or at least like a nice little wipe down. But I want to see. Oh yeah, that like fits perfectly. Oh my goodness. It's amazing. And then can we get his head to stay up like this? If not, it's okay, but I really want it to. Oh, we hit the head already. Oh well. That is so cool though. It's literally the perfect height. Basically the perfect width. This looks amazing. And because of the base plate that the duck is on, it covers the hole that the football's supposed to sit in. Okay, so here it is in its case. It is beautiful. So glad I found a case that fits it perfectly. I'm going to do what I did with the pirate, and I'm going to wrap this box and stick it behind it. I know it's not going to look the greatest because it's basically hiding itself, but I don't want to mess up the box any more than it kind of already is, because it did get damaged in transport from overseas. There's a rip in the top and a bunch of little pokies on this side. So I'm super excited. We're going to go put this where it belongs. I already have a place for it. So I stuck it right here on top of the white cabinet for now. I think I would like to find a better place for it, but I also like this because it's in eye level. So I like how it's very easy to see. I think what I need to do is figure out someplace else for that stuff back there and slide it back a little bit because it's hanging off just a smidge. I wrapped the box in cling wrap. I mean, it doesn't really protect it too much. It'll protect it from dust. I just feel like it's more safer to do that. I don't know why. And then I was going to put the box backwards so you can see the back of the box like I did with the pirate up there. But if you do the front, the signature perfectly goes right here and the little phrase goes right there. So like that's perfect just like that. And I think it's a great spot for it. I might try and find a different place for it so that it can sit flat onto something. But for now, this is a great place for it. I did have the problem though, since I did that. These two items got moved. The Batmobile animated series and the VW Bug. The VW Bug eventually is supposed to be moved anyway. It's supposed to go up there with the stud bug at some point, but that hasn't happened yet. So now I gotta figure out a different like holding place for these two since that has now been taken. But I am super excited with that. Love how it's at eye level. You can get up close, look at the box if you want to, look at the duck. It looks amazing. So, at some point, I need to build this one, and I could put the tiny duck in there with the big duck. I wonder if that tiny duck works. That'd be like funny if it did. Or like at least like rolled. It's too small for the mouth to obviously open, but that would be neat. Well, that's all for today. I hope you all enjoyed this building of one of my most wanted sets. And I'm so glad I got it for Christmas/birthday. Hope you all enjoyed. Go build some Lego and let God. Bye, everybody!